Hello everyone and welcome to the Acta Rebuild podcast. I am Michiel, we're here in Vienna and we're in the listening room and we're talking today with Camilla. Welcome.
Thank you.
So Camilla is part of the Acta Rebuild project, which is a European Horizon project focusing on the retrofit of the office building stock in the EU. It's focusing on the acoustic, thermal and energy and sustainability factors of the retrofit. And if you would like to know more about it, we discussed it more extensively in a different episode with Monika Richtarikova. The Acta Rebuild project is created by a group of international professors, architects and engineers, and a team of 10 different DCs who are all researchers who form a network and are being educated in these different fields of acoustics, energy and thermal aspects. So today we have specifically Camilla here. So Camilla, where are you based?
So at the moment I'm based in Politecnico di Milano and I am the DC number 7. So my topic of research is the energy retrofitting of office buildings by using biomaterials. I am an architect by background. So yeah, basically I am trying to prevent energy losses from office buildings by adding and introducing insulating panels made of biogenic matters, in my case coming from the agricultural sector on top of them.
Okay, that's a very nice project, also very much in the topic of sustainability.
Yeah.
Which stage of the research do you think we are in? Are we close to implementing this?
So for what I am doing at the moment, I'm trying to implement this by using these kind of biogenic materials with a natural binder that is mycelium in my case. Mm-hmm. In this way, the idea would be to have like some insulating panels that are completely biodegradable or circular in a way. Okay. So yeah, this is the stage of research. Clearly, the research on this topic, sustainable architecture, sustainable solution, retrofitting, is the topic of the moment, is the topic of our days. We can see it from European regulations to also by looking at literature reviews, how the topic has exponentially grown during the last 5 years, 3 years. So, yes.
Okay, so it definitely sounds like there is lots of research happening on this topic.
Yeah.
In which way are you trying to advance this research then?
Basically, my idea is to combine bioeconomy and circular economy in order to have an holistic point of view on the topic of retrofitting, because we are still talking about retrofitting of office buildings, so something that is existing. By doing so, at the moment, as I mentioned, like I am working with mycelium as a binder and with agri-industrial residues in order not to use like new materials, but materials that is already part of a waste scenario. And I'd like to combine them together with the reuse of glass. As I'm talking about office buildings, most of the offices are featuring glass facades. So my idea would be to reuse this glass and combine this glass together with biomaterials in order to develop a new prototype, let's say, for retrofitting.
Okay, and it's incredibly interesting. Have you come across anything exciting already?
I'm starting the design of this prototype and I'm starting growing mycelium and starting doing samples and testing what is the thermal characterization of these new products. And it's pretty impressive how fast mycelium can grow. So it's kind of an alien. So yeah, that's new to me.
Okay. Since it's growing so fast, it could be a very fast and easy solution for our retrofit of the office buildings. How can we imagine this mycelium, for example, or agricultural waste to be used in the retrofit?
Well, at the moment, like I'm developing these panels, the problem about mycelium is that it's not an industrial scale at the moment. So this is the main challenge, and the main challenge is also like the durability of these biomaterials. So these are two topics that I'm going to tackle somehow in my research, or I would try to, also by imagining like a different applications of these biomaterials into the office. So maybe it's a matter of understanding different timing for this kind of bio-based solutions, not imagining like a solution that lasts for instance, for 20 to 50 years, but maybe less. So it's a matter of rethinking really, or not just the material itself, but also its application in the built environment.
Okay. So we already talked a little bit about the Acta Rebuild project, which is from really all across Europe, and also all of the individual researchers are quite interdisciplinary. Like, for example, your topic of covering from biology to construction. How do you feel about this? Is this exciting to you, or is it?
Is the main thing about the Acta Rebuild project. Like, I think the network of the Acta Rebuild project is fundamental, and it's really an opportunity for us. This interdisciplinary feature of the network is essential to widen your point of view on the same topic, to look at it from different perspectives, and also to treat it in a complete way. And I think this is the main opportunity we have, like to build this network within different fields of knowledge as a legacy of this project itself.
Yeah. Are you planning any collaborations yourself with
yes,
your institute or with other institutes?
Yeah, like at the moment, like for sure, I am collaborating with Schüco, who is my main industrial partner. But I'm also like collaborating with other DCs from the Acta Rebuild project. I'm collaborating with Thomas Gomez regarding like the publication of some papers because he is also treating mycelium from an acoustic point of view. I am planning to collaborate with Joaquin Garcia regarding like the thermal and acoustic aspects of some biomaterials coming from the agri-industrial wastes. So it's a growing process, and I hope it will always be implemented.
Yeah. It sounds definitely like a whole process, which sounds extremely nice, but maybe sometimes also a little bit difficult. Have you experienced some difficulties in your own? Like
regarding this interdisciplinarity or collaboration?
Or more in general as well?
Well, in general... sometimes, like in research, this is my first PhD, like my first job in the academic sector, and I think sometimes in research you can get stuck. So you need to talk to someone, maybe, like to have some fresh air, like, or some fresh thoughts. And in this, from this perspective, actually, the fact that we can talk to each other about our own researches is really nice, I think. Because it gets you the possibility to look at the same problem but from different angles, and you can find different solutions. So yeah, this is the main problem I had, like with the, like, I mean, as everyone, I think, like with the PhD or with research in general. Regarding these network, that also means you need to move somewhere else, or for the exchange period, for the secondment. I'm actually not experiencing problems. I mean, it's clearly challenging going abroad, like, or integrating in a new academic environment in a new university. But I find it really exciting. So for me, traveling is a bit addicting. So that's nice to me.
So then, would you recommend it to others?
Definitely.
Okay. And you talked very positively about your experiences, but what would you say is the single most exciting thing of your experience with the Acta Rebuild project so far?
I think traveling is great. So like having the possibility to move like to another place and to live, like to experience working, living in other contexts, in other universities, knowing other people, like within your field, or like from different from different disciplinaries, it's really nice. So I would say this is the most exciting part.
Yeah, okay, that sounds quite nice. So where do you expect your research to lead you in terms of, let's say, a final product?
Well, I'd like to, like in my dreams, let's say, the final product of my research is an actual prototype where I have this biopanel integrated with reused glass, or like a system that can be fixed to different curtain walls. So this is what I'd like in my dream, like to have like something that I can patent it somehow.
Yeah, and something that you can hold as well.
Yes. This is the dream of an architect, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
And Well, this project is, of course, very much aimed at achieving a nice, material outcome, but also about developing people personally.
Yeah.
Do you have some idea where you would like to go with your career, or do you have further things regarding sustainability which you would like to go with your career?
I didn't think much about my career after the Acta Rebuild, but I think the academic sector is something I'm definitely interested in. And I am pretty interested in all in the sustainability topic, and specifically in the topic of circular economy in architecture. And it would be interesting to understand how it can be implemented also in the built environment. I think biomaterials are part of the solution, but it's not just biomaterials. I think also what is interesting to me is also the life cycle assessment of these materials and whether they are as green as they seem to be, let's say, or it's better to go for other solutions that might be like reusing.
So you would very much like to become a sustainability expert?
I'd love to, actually.
Would you prefer to continue to do this in an academic context, or perhaps more in, very much applied in the architecture as working as an architect? Or
I mean, both directions are valuable. Just let's see which are the opportunities in 3 years, let's say. In 2 years now, actually. But yes.
No, sounds very nice. It was very nice to talk with you. Thank you for being here today. If you'd like to hear more about the Acta Rebuild projects, to also hear about the other DCs and their different stories, you can follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook, or you can also visit us on our Acta Rebuild website. Thank you.